The Browns, I don't know what it is. They've won now 4 in a row against the Bengals. They haunt them. I'll just say that.
Well, that'll get you nice and freaked out at about 8:15 Eastern on a Monday night, Halloween or not. On first down, that was tipped, picked. And a hand was on it. 3 for 3 on third down. Not this time. Sacked by Garrett. Little razzle-dazzle, and now looking to throw, and the interception. Is out wide to the right, direct snap with 2 extra offensive linemen. Touchdown, Cleveland. Even there at fullback. And off to Chubb. Got it. 3 times so far, ball's out. Mixon trying to get on top of it, it's still out. Pressure off the edge and up the middle. Ball is out and taken away by Davis Gaither. Kick is no good. This one is drilled. Brissett fakes it to Chubb. Takes off. Dives. Touchdown. Brissett looking there. Cooper. A juggle. And a touchdown. Burrow end zone wide open. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd. McPherson misses the extra point.
He's missed a lot of football, and no one really knows what exactly to expect.
Good protection, aired out. Cooper! Dive and catch inside the 15. Chubb breaks through. Touchdown, Cleveland. Protected, gets hit a bit. Higgins, what a catch. Wow, touchdown, Cincinnati.
And with that, what's going on, guys? We're back to Thunderbolt. Hope you guys enjoy. In week on Halloween, to closing out week 8, going into the last week of the first half of this NFL season, obviously. But closing out week 8 on Halloween, the Browns blew out the Bengals 32-13, a dominating win. Obviously, blowing out, beating them by almost 20 points. 3 scores. Bengals looked anything but what we thought they could be. But yeah, Joe Burrow 25, 35, 232, 2 touchdowns, interception. A lot of that garbage time stats, he was not good. They didn't run the ball nearly enough. I think they could have ran the ball a lot better though. T. Higgins had a nice touchdown. Obviously, Ian Hurst was probably their best receiver. Tyler Boyd also had a touchdown. Defensively, Logan Wilson was pretty decent. I think Jermaine Pratt, he's a decent middle linebacker, but he really struggled in run defense and gap control, really. Jesse Bates was pretty good other than that bomb that Amari Cooper caught. Sam Hubbard had a sack. They got pressure. They had an interception, of course. Defensively, I don't think it was the absolute worst game. Of course, Evan McPherson had a rough day. For the Browns, Jacoby Brissett was really efficient, 17 of 22, 278 touchdown. Of course, Amari Cooper threw that interception. But he made up for it for having a really good game, 5-1, 31, a touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones had 4 for 81 as well. Kareem Hunt had 4 for 30. He also had 42 rushing yards on 11 carries. Nick Chubb, 23 rushes, 101 yards, 2 touchdowns. He had a big day. Overall, not his best game, but he had a good day. Tony Takitaki had a sack and 7 tackles. Martin Emerson had 6 tackles. He played really well against the slants that the Bengals were running a lot of. Deion Jones also had a sack. They were in a lot of exotic blitzes. They had 4 sacks. AJ Green also had an interception. They played really well defensively. Obviously, we're going to look at the stats. Browns had a lot more yardage, They had a lot more time possession. They really dominated this game in all facets, other than maybe the turnover battle, but that was really it. Played a really good game. Let's get right to the keys to the game grades for both teams. This Bengals offense slow the game down to the start. Obviously run the ball, but then Tyler Boyd. Offensively, I'm giving them 3 minuses. Yeah, the reason I'm not giving 5 or 10, they did move the ball pretty well. They did have 2 turnovers, though. It was really just a bad game overall. But I actually think their offense was actually kind of physical. It was just the fact that they were getting torched off the edge. Receivers were not very consistent, of course. Joe Burrow could have been better. I just don't think they didn't. It was really just a poor execution. It wasn't like overall. It was just, give them 5. They were pretty bad. Bengals defense, though, keep up their reliant commentary and drive hold. They weren't able to do that. They got absolutely torched in a couple of plays. But obviously, They weren't physical nearly enough. For that reason, I got to give them 3 minuses. They did not play well. Stinker for the Bengals. Time for the Browns. For this Browns offense, Nick Chubb needs to be Freddy Krueger. Yeah, have a big game. He did have a big game. I honestly think this offense is the best game of the season. I'll give him 5 pluses. The reason I'm not giving 7 or 10 or anything like that is because they did have 2 brutal turnovers, and obviously against a team that actually scored points, they would have been a lot better off. Defensively, I'll give them the same score as well. They did everything they need to. 7, 8, 9, 10, probably not, because again, they didn't get a shutout. It wasn't like they played perfect, but Browns, really good performance. That's what I got there. Time for the Week 9 NFL Power Rankings preview. And yeah, as we get into these power rankings, obviously the Bills are number 1, Eagles, Chiefs, blah, blah, blah. Cowboys are actually number 4 for them. Okay, Vikings 5. 5 there. They've won 5 in a row. Ravens a little high. That's pretty ambitious. Dolphins, obviously, they've secured a pretty darn good lineup, if you ask me. I don't know why I'm on 2 right now. Then obviously Seahawks, they deserve that. They've been really good. Niners, I think they're the most overrated team in the NFL. Obviously, they own the Rams though, so you got that. They probably shouldn't be number 10. Titans should be higher there. They've won 5 in a row. Giants, okay, yeah, they do have 6 and 2, but they haven't really beat anyone good. You could say the Packers, but even then, they're not very good. Bengals actually should be lower. They did not play well, obviously. Jets, whatever. Rams should be lower. Honestly, they're not looking good right now. Falcons, fine. Chargers. Whatever. Patriots, I guess so. They're a middle tier team. Bucks, I honestly could be a little higher, but again, they've lost 3 in a row. Commanders, actually, you could argue to be higher. They won 3 in a row against some pretty decent teams. Packers, they should be higher too. I actually think they improved from last week even, you could say. Saints, whatever. Colts should be lower. Browns are okay here. They actually probably should be higher. Cardinals here because, again, they're not very consistent. Broncos because, again, they just beat the Jags. Bears, honestly, is a little low. Honestly, they're not a great team. They're there because, again, they traded everyone. But Raiders, they stink. Panthers, same thing, but it's just they're not very talented. Jags should be higher, even though they've lost 4 in a row. Steelers, man, whatever, they're not very good. Lions, Texans, pretty obvious. That's what I got there, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, see ya for Week 9 NFL Power Rankings, and I hope you guys enjoyed that one.
Goff looking that direction. He finds Hawkinson. It's a touchdown.